Yo then guys, and welcome back to another video. Now today we are going to be talking about what is next for these two fighters after this fight. Now really quickly, I do just want to say I'm recording this video a couple hours before the fight. I'm literally just recording this so that I can stay awake because I'm already getting tired, which is a little bit worrying. But yeah, so I'm going to be making points about whether they win or lose for both fighters. You already know who won and who lost. So yeah, this may not have made any sense to you, that's why I just wanted to clarify. But anyway, we're just going to jump straight into this. So first of all, I just want to say that KSI is in a much better position to lose here. I'm not saying that he will lose, I'm just saying that if he does, he's pretty much sorted. KSI saved Logan Paul's career with boxing at the beginning of 2018. He did the whole fucking shenanigans with Japan and the Suicide Forest. And he was kind of coming off this massive hate bandwagon where everyone was firing at him. Mainstream media were going for him. Social media stars were going at him. Fans were everything was happening. And nobody really knew what he was going to go into next. He'd done the vlogging thing. It looked like he might have started to go back into it a little bit. But I don't think it really had the oomph of what it had before, where everyone was tuning in, 7 million views a day. It didn't kind of have that push behind it. And then KSI came out and called him out. And ever since that, it's just elevated his career. But anyway, we're going to talk about that in a little while. First of all, I want to start with KSI. So as Eddie Hearn said, he's not really technically gifted, this guy. He doesn't look like a boxer, like your traditional boxer. Yeah, some of the things that he threw, like he was doing some of that in the last, like, you know, he's not a professional fighter. Not really. I mean, hey, he could have changed drastically in that year that we've had off from it. But my point is, whether he goes into doing more fighting, whether he wins or loses, I'm not too sure. I personally think this initially was just a new thing to go into. He kind of saw the boxing thing. He put on Joe Weller's Instagram that he'll fight the winner of the Joe Weller-Theo Baker fight. And he was kind of like, it's a new thing. People were doubting him at boxing. And he was like, you know what? I've proved everyone wrong on all the countless other things they've said I couldn't do. Music, acting, getting away from FIFA video, like the whole thing. He's just amazing at proving people wrong and just doing it no matter how much people say he can't do it. So I think he just saw that it was fun. He wanted to prove that he could do it, and it was doing massive things for the community at the time. So before any of this boxing thing even happened, mainstream media really looked down on creators and wanted nothing to do with this platform. So the fact that this event it's become so big that it's almost impossible for them to not take up the opportunity, because it's numbers that they don't see every day, whereas most creators on YouTube will see it. KSI sees them most days. Logan Paul back in 2017 saw these kind of figures every single day on one of his vlogs. And companies like Sky Sports just don't see these numbers every day. So that's what I think at the start. And now kind of looking at him and how much he knows and how much you can see it on his face, how much he enjoys it and how much he loves training and fighting. And he loves it. It's very, very clear. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for another fight or a couple. But equally, I wouldn't be surprised if he called it a day and said, hey, I'm going to just go back to my YouTube, my music, focus on the Sidemen channel, which is pulling in like 8 million views a week or whatever it is now. And yeah, just focus on other things. Because that's what you've got to bear in mind. KSI has two channels, KSI LGWT and KSI LGWT HD. And then he has the Sidemen channel, which is getting like genuinely probably 8 million views a video at the moment. So it's bigger than what Logan Paul has. So I feel like out of the two, if KSI was to lose, it would be the less threatening on his career. So onto Logan Paul now. I personally think if Logan Paul doesn't win this fight, we could be seeing a death of his career. Not to make it sound really, really dramatic, but genuinely this is the thing that saved it. He did the Japan thing, as I said, back in early 2018, and everyone was going for him. Rightly so, everyone was going for him. And now this boxing thing has kind of been a shot at redemption. He's kind of worked his way out of it. He's trained really, really hard and put all his anger, all his passion and whatever else into training to essentially beat the shit out of this other guy. When you look at it, his podcast has taken a dip since his first few episodes, to be fair. Every single podcast does. That's not throwing shade at him. His main channel is nowhere near what it used to be, and back in 2017, as I say, he used to get about 7.5 million views in the first 12 hours. It's nowhere near what it used to be. I get that he has MMA, but when you think about it, MMA is just a different kind of fighting. You know, if you go into MMA, it doesn't mean that the haters are still going to be there. They're still going to be there. They're still going to be throwing hate at you going, you couldn't even beat KSI in a boxing fight. Why the fuck are you coming into MMA? Now, unlike KSI, where I thought it's a potential 50-50, he could stay in it, he could go elsewhere, go onto back onto YouTube and into his music and focus on that. I think Logan Paul is going to stay in fighting, whether that's boxing or MMA. I don't see him going anywhere else. As I said, he doesn't really have anything outside of this. Like, the podcast is great, but it doesn't get as many views, so he's not really going anywhere with it. His channel's nowhere near what it used to be. I mean, he could come back and make amazing videos and put some real effort into them again, and I think that could potentially, push the career up a little bit. But I personally think it would be taking a step back if he stops fighting. Looking at how much effort he's put into it, the size of him, and he actually can box, I think it would be a waste of talent. As I said at the start of this video, you guys already know what's happened. I'm still rooting for KSI. I want him to take it home for the UK. But hey, if Logan's taking it, then fucking congratulations to the guy, and it'll be interesting to see what he does. But anyway then guys, this is where we're going to end this video. If you did enjoy it, then please smash the like button. I think I'm going to make a video on what is next for YouTube as a whole, the next phenomenon. But as I did say, if you did enjoy this video, then please smash the like button, comment what it is down below, subscribe, share this video around. I would love to get a little community. And other than that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and peace!